She has stepped into some big shoes every time she goes in. Now we're looking at our starting lineup for the NC. Rebecca Murray leading off in center field at third. Foul ball.
A pretty solid changeup to Rebecca Murray earlier in this at-bat to get the count to 0-2.
The graduate student has been a silent leader, as she was called by Saturday. You've got your weekend plans already filled up as a grounder straight to the circle. Knight turns, throws. The play is made from Tessa. It's a very contagious team. And so if Madison Knight can have a day in the circle, she can make some things happen. That one's popped up by Hannah Goodwin, the third baseman out of the lineup. Hasler has been purely a wolf in that batter's box, leading 2-0 count here. First strike on Hasler.
A beautiful pitch there.
Madison Knight is pitching. You have to be smiling if you're Syracuse.
This ball's hard stuff. Let's see if she goes something soft.
Too low, and the battle goes to Amanda Hasler as she is...
Hasler, she's not a player who walks a ton. Hasler offensive club, especially the power numbers in the ACC, through if you're Knight.
Infield. Making the play on it is Kelly Breen. Just a no hat, no walks.
As it's players, but Insco, a rise ball pitcher, also throws a changeup. Not
their go-to gal, and here's her first pitch on Syracuse's Madeline Lopez. Starting lineup, Carter, who stands out to you? 1 through 9.
A breakout in this series, it'll probably be on the shoulder.
Lopez through the hole in the center field. Out of Montgomery, Texas, she has been just her first season wearing the orange. Another hit right to the circle, turn to 2. The throw is on time. This is our tried and true leaner. Everything run. A little bit of worm food. Line this time tracking and making the play is Ellie Goins. And now she's starting at shortstop.
Breen's been around the program. Her freshman year last year, she started all 4.
Wait, this could be a really good ball game. Swing and a miss. The pitch was low, but it got Breen swing. Past the third base, a little bit of an error there. All the way home, slide, RBI, going to second, 1-0. Here's something to note. 10 runs in 11 ACs.
Missing up in the zone.
Both teams putting out their... You kind of expect that a little bit of nerves here.
Definitely true. I guess it is a chilly day here in Syracuse, so perhaps the Wolf...
Summer or fall. It's winter. Actually, I take it back. It's just winter here. It's 1-0 off the double from Kelly Breen. Stenning didn't allow any hits and just a ground ball down the third baseline. Rebecca Clyde, bare hand grab, not line. And as you watch these games more and more, that might be the body and try to get it to your first base. This is the first pitch here out of Raleigh, North Carolina. This team pitcher from Baltimore, a 2-time Gatorade Player of the Year from 2021 and 2022. She walked Amanda Hasler. This time, it screams right by her, picking it up. Tessa Gallipo gets to first base. On the season, 12 strikeouts. Another foul ball, pop back. Plus, Otto's Army was telling folks...
Know any better, you'd think it's midsummer right now. Sun's out, I just dipped behind a cloud, but...
Then better to do on a Thursday after. Mid-center field, Angel Hasso can't get there.
One out, and the Wolfpack have their big first chance.
Comes to the plate. She has been quite the spark plug for this Wolfpack. That one pounded the strike zone. Too high in the count, even to 2-2. Coach Shepking also said that looks game. Chopped. Nothing to it, and strikeout number 1.
Nasty off-speed stuff on the outer half.
Something that Syracuse allowed Louisville to do. The steal, Alves, over to her second baseman. It's a Thursday afternoon, and get time today. We'll see catcher Layla Alves.
Clyde.
Shallow infield and Michaela Marber. Now we'll see left fielder Angie Ramos, who, look, we have Deb King doing a good job of pulling these ladies from a nice tan in the sun to putting on
Over some time.
field line and making the play on it again is Michaela Marbury. Didn't really have moseyed on over.
Settled down. The last 3 Syracuse hitters have all popped up to the Michaela Marbury.
Into right field. What a diving catch and play from Ellie Goins. Ow! At the wall, the warning track, and it starts with Ellie Goins at the plate. First pitch, bit off, but Carter, how about it's better to be a little bit blinded by the sun so that if you do hit the wall, you're going full speed, you're giving it your all in one. She brings so much havoc when she steps into that circle. Big swing and a miss, and strikeout number 2 for Knight.
On her hard stuff today, that fastball and that rise ball.
Ooh, just a tad bit inside.
You're perfect from your vantage point in the dugout. But I think from here we see the
Impressive not only from an NC State standpoint.
pitches, but she's got to watch that pitch count.
Dive deep in the left field. What a catch and play. That time from Angie Ramos. Pitching lights out. And into deep left center field. This one's going to get one base.
I think either of us thought, but a long signal thanks to some heads-up defense.
Trying to make a play, but look, from a standpoint of
I'm sure for Knight, it brings out her competitive juices, not only looking at a hitter like Hasler, been almost as good in this game, save for 1 run.
wow.
Good frame job by Alves behind the plate to grab that strike.
But Alves doing her job. And Hasler doesn't have to beat Syracuse with her hits.
Good success. And tonight's credit, it looked from a hitter that good. Pitch around her, but give credit to Hasler. She had
one of the most intelligent players on this NC State team, doing a good job with her vision. And if it's a ball, what does Coach L in this one? And Layla
does. So Knight isn't out of the woods yet in this inning.
Pavlik, you mentioned it, where Knight's socks and her heart drops as she strikes out her third batter to close out the top of the third. Comes through.
It all depends on where she touched it in play. And I guess from depth.
Pretty great crowd here. So the teams will have a little bit of a pops one, shallow left field, and back-to-back hits. She's 2 for multiple hits in one match. Been so impressive with great first-year players. As Posner watches strike number 2 here. And then she scored the only run of the game after Kelly Breen.
Because runs are such a premium today.
Big swing and a miss that time, and strikeout number 1 for Madison.
An entirely different ball game. You think of the Goins catch and right, some pitching for hits.
Ground ball right to second base. The throw is in top. To second is Madeline Lopez. Kelly Breen, she was the hero in that first inning with the
Here at Skytop.
right to the shortstop, Michaela Marbury. Easy third out, and straight time in the inning. Here, Syracuse won in an unprecedented situation.
Certainly unusual. Neither one of them is the head coach. They're co-leaders of this squad and should be called as such. But I think you kind of glossed over that one there.
I know. I was rushing on time. That was mentioning the fact that later that was back at practice. As a ground ball throw out, it's the first out here in the top of the 4th. But how about the resilient? Big swing and miss. Got her on the rise ball. Hear it all the time from coaches and players, but they always say, just don't think about it. Something great for Syracuse. Walk number 3 for Madison Knight. I guess we jinxed her right there.
A 1-out walk to Hayslip, and that's what you might, but B, if she's missing her spots, that could mean for free.
into right field. It skipped past Della.
Comes in the top of the fourth.
First, pretty good to do it in the top of the fourth. A little low.
A runner on third with fewer than 2 outs. And you're in danger.
2-1 count here for Libby Whitaker. Just a bit outside and 3-1. Here's a cool story about Libby Whitaker. Sports in basketball, hockey, and softball. Talk about a multifaceted athlete.
The challenge for Syracuse is that the Orange zone and try to pop Whitaker up.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout 4 for Madison Knight. But this entire Syracuse team in the dugout or on the field.
They're right here.
Pinch hitter this time. 169 and has 10 hits.
Risky thing.
Strikeout number 5 for Madison Knight. She is 1 run to Syracuse. You know, besides that 1 run, she's been quite impressive to start this one. Deep shot, left field. Play made, though, by Caitlin Pavlik.
Oh, and Madison Knight in the other circle for Syracuse, but you see the contrary approaches at the plate.
Shot right to center field, and Rebecca Murray makes the play. So, 2 pitches, 2.
That's exactly what I was about to start talking about before. Not even at 50 yet. Syracuse has taken a lot of swings early.
The right field line, that one stays fair. Frove's going all the way to second for Syracuse.
Since the first inning.
Second double up popped up from Angie Ramos. It stays in play right field. Rebecca Clyde. 1 home run on this season. The key game of the season. Line drive. Infield. Sling a pass. Take care of the bottom of the fourth here. But out the interviews, right? It's the players behind that make it more in crown on Depp King's Head. Syracuse up 2-0. Rebecca Murray for the 3rd time at the plate today.
Very important inning for Madison Knight in this game. You're facing the 1-2-3 all in succession.
Center field, Hasso wraps her glove around it for out number 1. And at Madison Knight, too, who ended that top of the... It seems like we're seeing her on a roller coaster where it's mostly been really good, but even...
This is a boon for the Orange.
Strike number 2, back to back. And you're right, you know, in shining armor. Ground ball, straight to shortstop, part of second base. Runs. So far, one of her best performances on the season. Against
ACC. So that's what Knight can do against one of the best teams in the country.
Number 100 pitch on the day for it over there.
Knight tried it again right there, trying to sneak in a first pitch strike, but just at the plate in Pavlik.
That one down the pipeline, and it evens our count. Well, you've got 1 runner on, and she leads this team in home.
Pitching to some contact, too.
Ground ball that fouls down the third baseline. Even.
Take a breather, get yourself together, and fire one in.
Clocks here. When you pitch this good,
getting through her own jams in this game. Knight does not have innings so far through 4 2/3, and no different here. Pen and bring someone else in.
Finds it. Makes deep right field. Making the play on it is Madeline Lopez for out number 3. Matt from Syracuse, bottom of the 5th when we come back. Riley Wyman that steps up at the
balls here in the Syracuse offense.
Up into center field. First pitch from Wyman and taking it into center field between Lopez as that one's grounded down the third baseline. Throw is there and in time from Goodwin to center fielder Angel Hasso. Third low but swung on. Hits the ground, has to throw it out to first, but safe.
Ground ball and end this inning right now.
On the third baseline, it's slow rolling. The throw to first in time. Price bunt right there from Kelly Breen allows Lopez to. Deep shot in the left field, pops over shortstop's glove with some time in the sunlight.
We saw Coach Depking just a few minutes. Willing to take some chances here. Pitch hitters, pitch run. Team has the momentum.
So she will go straight to first base. Technically last place in the ACC too.
It's not talent.
Ball right to the glove of Wyman. Easy throw out, and that ends the inning. Syracuse puts up 2 runs here in the bottom. Out at you.
Absolutely, 100%. It's Madison Knight. 5 inning full hitters, but Knight, the freshman, has been on her game today. First of the month against Louisville. And 123 in her start before that.
And Madison Knight just has this bionic arm that never slows.
That strikeout off the bat of Hasso, thrown to first.
Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 6 for Madison Knight.
Just overwhelmed by that fastball on the outer half.
Louisville, which was last week, so I guess what we're seeing is, hey, when you get to play in your home circle.
Talent. So if you apply that to the pitchers as well, we're seeing.
Struck out. Pull out the sword. Madison Knight is
hardest to hit. Overwhelming there from Knight, and Ensley just.
Whitaker, back-to-back strikeouts. Struggled in this one. Right center field, actually. I'm making the play on it over there. Down 1, 2, 3. Syracuse keeping NC State. Syracuse has been solid at the plate. 1 for 2 and an RBI double as the bunt fouls before the throw out can happen at first.
The reason for that is 6th inning.
See, this is why they don't let me do these games alone. They continue to get better. Cool. Right to third base. Goodwin throws it. Hayslip catches.
Up by 8, but it's just a matter of consistency in the Hill.
Especially when you're playing in one of the best conferences in college softball when it comes to the ACC. So you're 3 for 3 at the plate. 2 singles into left field, 1 into center. Or a walk, so her on-base percentage stays 100%, and she doesn't need it.
And now you're getting into the heart of the Syracuse order. Posner, Haas.
On ball, third baseline, Goodwin, Hayslip. Connection number 2 of the 6th inning. Don't worry, their defense is still cruising. Top of the 7th.
First at the Fighting Irish, but this would be her first complete game in front of the home.
Hits with the barrel.
Syracuse hasn't overwhelmed on offense. It's just been a difficult year offensively for a lot of these players. That hasn't gotten this team down, not according to Coach Depking.
And getting the walk. Runs and a pitching change. It's going to be Lindsey Hendricks. Back here at Sky Top.
Team down, not according to Coach Depking.
And getting the walk. Earned runs and a pitching change. It's going to be Lennox, the left-handed pitcher, who has been quite dominant for the Syracuse ERA, the lowest on the team. Through the hole into center field, base hit. The throw to second.
Can't second guess, can't be concerned. Got your ace of the staff on the mound.
Wild pitch way over the head.
Well within reach for the Wolfpack.
Popped up, right field. Tracking back, making the play that time, Madeline Lopez.
But that was a big out on the part of Hendricks.
I would say, if you're going into her head, she might be thinking, let's get a hit here. Third base line. Great patient wait from Rebecca Clyde, and the throw to get
back the runner at third base. You can't take that for granted.
To win their first game at home all season. Way too inside on that one.
You with the bat.
In the left field. Single RBI. 2 runs allowed. Just on the out. Ball game. Strikeout number 1 for Lindsey Hendricks and win number 1 at Skytop Stadium for the Syracuse Orange. 4-2 in a game dominated